In this episode, I sit down with longtime comedian Joey Elias, and we talk about the art of storytelling. So let me ask you, do you always, when you're telling your stories, is it always something connected personal, or do you take somebody else's situation and pretend it's your own? Do you ever do that?
For me, it's got to be something that I experience. It's almost like therapy when you tell the story, you know, like you got to hear this because this is just, what would you do? What would you have done? The hardest part is always, you know, not getting into you had to be there. So that's you've been to a party, you've been at a dinner table with somebody who starts telling a story that they think is hilarious, and then it ends and everybody stares at that person, and then you go, huh? And they go, oh, you had to be there. That's the worst thing that anybody can do, telling a story. So, yeah, I think the personal connection makes it easier for me to add the hyperbole.
The weirdest job, I worked in a high school for a year, and that was bizarre. But I have no connection with the kids, because they all sit there, and like they have now that we never dreamt of having. Like I'm 37, but even like 20 years ago, like we had calculators, and the big thing was spelling hello if you had the numbers and turned it upside down.
So when you're talking about writing a joke, the formalized process, so part of it is improv while you're up there, you're just kind of going with whatever's popping out of your mouth at the time, but the beginning and the end are structured.
Yeah.
How do you choose the end? How do you choose the beginning? What's the process? I'm
dyslexic in some ways. Sometimes I get the punchline before I know where I'm going to go. I may know the punchline, just throwing something in is, you know, debit card. So because of what I just witnessed, and I know that at the end of this is debit card, I will work backwards, you know, until a point, and then I'll say, okay, how does it start? Well, I went to do I went to do groceries, and then maybe you add in a little personal story about how you don't like groceries, why is that? There's people, you know, they never have my thing or whatever. And then you can get in, and finally I get to the cash because I want to get out of there, and debit card. So it's not orthodox. I don't think anything I've done in my career in the last 15 years has been orthodox.
When did it become cool for kids to wear their pants like they themselves a half dozen times? Have you seen the big poopy pants? And then they pull their boxers up over their nice look, you know? I'll be honest, my grandfather dressed like that for a day, we put him in a home, all right?
I think the hardest part of the storytelling is if you don't add something every 15 to 20 seconds, some sort of hyperbole or curveball, people don't care. So it's, I think you just have to really, the way I look at it is if the audience is sitting in my living room and I was hosting a party, I'd want to be entertaining and make the party fun. So if I'm going to waste time from them drinking at the party or eating at the party, then I better be entertaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joey Elias! Joey!